introduce myself and welcome you to this session this morning, this plenary session. My name is Anne Priest. I have two roles. The first and the most important here today is that I am chairman of the Textile Institute, and I will be chairman of your session this morning. I'm also from the London College of Fashion, where I'm the Dean of the School of Fashion Promotion and Management. We will have a few comings and goings this morning because one of our speakers is going to arrive just in time for his paper. And then, in order to get going, we have got Dr. Adel Abdel-Halim, who is here instead of Mr. Ahmed Arafat, who gives his apologies this morning. Dr. Adel Abdel-Halim is Professor of Textile Chemical Technology and the UNIDO Textile Consultant, and he will do the paper on behalf of Mr. Ahmed Arafat from Golden Tex. So in order to get us going, we will start straight away. I ask you please to switch all mobile phones off. Is everybody happy with that? If so, can I have a wave from everybody? Very good. All of the mobile phones off, thank you, in respect to our speakers. And also to ask you please to sit across in the left-hand side of the auditorium in order that you can see our speakers properly. So, thank you very much. Here we have Dr. Adel Abdel-Halim with our first paper this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am presented this speech on behalf of Mr. Ahmed Arafat on the occasion of holding the Textile Institute 82nd World Conference in Egypt. I would like to speak about the future of the national textile industry. Labor in textile sector represents around 1 million employees, which means about 30% of total workforce. These are served by another 1 million, which make the total 2 million persons. These 2 million, with their dependents, bring the total to about 10 million persons. That's why government should consider a study for all the needs of this sector of industry in terms of human resources for the next 10 years. This should be taken in accordance with training due to the needs of the society. It's also of major importance to protect the customers from the swindlers who forge textile products, and from some countries that meet the customer demands using false and deceptive blends to gain just profits. We sincerely ask government to pose restrictive measures on the products and to put them under control to restore the respect and authenticity of these products all over the world. As a wool specialist, I demand an official recommendation issued by this international conference to eliminate once and for all this dangerous manipulation. We have to remember that China, despite its lack of technology, has overcome its production problems by training and qualifying the human resources, which is considered as the main source of strength for increasing product quality needed for the export market. Let us now move to the most critical part of this conscious presentation, which deal with machinery and technology. Egypt possesses 3 million open-end cotton spindles, 200,000 worsted spindles, producing 1,000 tons of yarn daily. Also, 20,000 looms, producing 2 million meters daily. The textile industry in Egypt was exposed to different economical and political changes, particularly in the 60s and 70s, because production was directed towards mass processing of conventional fabric for exportation to the Soviet Union and the Eastern Bloc countries under the system of exchange protocols and partner agreements. This led to importing below standard machinery and equipment, which affected negatively the production quality and textile industry development. At the beginning of the 80s, however, the free enterprise began to penetrate this industry, looking for universal technology, which was extremely expensive, but had to bear the high cost in order to follow the world recent trends. Since then, textile industry has entered a new stage of upgrading, including capital equipment, adoption of quality principles and systems, and modern administration. The need for technological assistance became obvious, especially in the field of dyeing and finishing, which affect the need of the ready-made garment industry. This raised the need to assistance program in the production cycle, control systems, technical training, qualifying and quality levels, and technological awareness, which will lead to reducing of the cost and raising of the levels of competitiveness. Let us now move to the international wool textile status, which has been severely affected after the terrorist attack on United States, where the production of raw wool is expected to fall by about 3% in 2001-2002 to reach its lowest level in over 30 years, in spite of an expected 8% fall in the total raw wool demand. Demand remains above production, and the world stock of greasy wool will continue to decline. The squeeze in supply and the higher raw wool prices is putting immense pressure on the early stage processors and spinners who are facing delayed orders and fierce price resistance. With the forecast fall in both world wool production and the greasy wool stocks, the actual wool available for top making during the year will become tighter under current demand estimates. This will put increased pressure on wool combers to maintain their effectiveness and efficiency levels and profitability in face of stronger pressure due to shortage of wool supplies. The rapid rise in wool prices over recent months has led to a sharp increase in wool price ratio relative to other commodity fibers, such as polyester, polyacrylic, and cotton. If high wool prices are sustained or continue their upward movement, some fiber substitution and more blending can be expected in the price-sensitive apparel market sector to bring wool demand and supply again into balance. The projected slowdown in the growth of world economy to its lowest level in the 20 years has also added another challenge to the global wool industry. Let us consider the following fact. Modern consumer lifestyle and attitude are being reflected in fashion and dress codes. We are witnessing a fashion fusion of fashion where there are no longer strict dress codes, where casual wear is emerging into formal wear and sport wear also emerging into active leisure wear. Innovation in wool textile has created important technical development such as stretch technology, stain resistance, wrinkle resistance, and even machine washable suits in order to offer comfort and easy care for the consumer. The new range of new technologies that can deliver new products aim to meet modern consumer needs, including sportswear vapor management system, total easy care, non-wovens, and wool special technical finishing. In order to modernize the Egyptian textile industry, we need to, number one, develop and programming production preparation such as machine and testing for spinning and weaving, to upgrade dyeing techniques and connecting them to unified system of control and adjustment, the shades and repeatability to serve the ready-made garment mills. Number three, modernize the finishing techniques, which is considered the most critical stage in this industry, in addition to the high cost of finishing machinery. Number four, establish an educational and training strategy to provide industry with qualified engineers and technicians. Establish a marketing strategy based on a study of the environmental and domestic markets. We shouldn't ignore the manual weaving as a special processing industry, which form an exclusive Chinese market until now. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope I could be able to give a tangible image of the textile status in Egypt and the world from the viewpoint of one of Egyptian industrialist who works to reach global level through his distinguished Egyptian products. Thank you all for your attention. Wishing you all the best of luck and welfare. Thank you.
Right, I think our grateful thanks to Dr. Abdel Abdel-Halim for presenting that paper.